Good afternoon again. Is ASM Live. Well, if you guys was listening just now, I had to delete that message. I had to delete that video because of the copyright. I just got a message from Facebook. So I told them to delete it. So I apologize and I'm gonna come again. I'm talking about the color red. Don't matter what Satan try, but I can take it as a blessing from the Lord. The show got to go on. I'm gonna re-anoint myself. God, all the must don't come off. I think I didn't take off my clothes yet. I just gotta put on back. All the lips need to reashine, everything else. Yes, Adrian girl. So, like Adrian and those who others, if you listen to me good, I kept saying, my heart is convicting me. And I wanted to know why, but I think it was the music, like God is trying to say, listen, I'm not too pleased with this music. But that's not what he was saying. He was trying to say, it's going to be blocked. Anyhow, I was coming from Proverbs 136. I started from verse 12. But the main focus is verse 13. And it says, with a strong hand and with a stretched out arm, for his mercy endureth forever. You're talking about the mercy of God in this scripture right here. To him, which is God himself, which divided the Red Sea. I'm talking about the color red and the vitality in it, the negativity and the positivity in it, and his mercy endured forever. In my previous video just now, I was talking about the color red, and I even said in there, in India, and my country have a lot of Indians, that when I was going to Guyana, in 2022, I had on a red dress and a red head wrap. It was more shiny more than this. And there was this Indian girl kept looking at me, kept laughing. And I tell my friend, and my friend is, her mother's Indian and her father's black. He said, Avenel, there's an Indian called the Love Red. I'm like, oh, God, this girl just keep looking at me and amused and just laughing. I said, oh, and the Chinese, well, this one I knew. The Chinese associated with good fortune. And most of them wear wedding dresses. And in the India, they said they associated with purity. Those who are Guyanese, and maybe Caribbean or whatever. But I know in Guyana, a lot of times we say when a woman is on a menstrual period, I see my health. That's what we used to say back home, on your health. So your blood thing, when you said it's wish your blood looks pale. If your blood looks when somebody got a deep red, but like a deep red, it's like your blood golden or what have you. In that previous video, I came up with the number 162. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing well, my love. I see you got on the red too in your background there. You got something red. And I got 162. When I break it down the first time in my own way, I got the number 9. I did it a different kind of way. I add 16 plus 2 because I got 162. And I got the number 8. And then I add the 1 and the 8 and I got the number 9. So in God, don't matter where you go, it is the word 9, but it's 162 I got for that word. Yeah, I know. After I came out, I was taking my little arm. Here's some pineapple. Sweet. There's some salt. So, and in that first video there, I was playing a song, Lady in Red. I shouldn't have. I didn't want a thing. Anyway, in my first video, I talked about the color red. And I talked about, I believe, why God made blood to be red. Because it probably wouldn't look good. Your color, your blood is blue or green thing, red. So he's a blood God. He had to shed all his blood, and all the red thing keep coming down. There's a creek in Guyana called the Red Water Creek. So I never really went to this Red Water Creek. So one day one of my aunt was telling me why they call it Red Water Creek. It's because when the sun set and all the mud, like, the minerals and stuff in Guyana, and it just look like browny reddish, and they call it Red Water Creek, but it's not literally red. So somebody could wear burgundy. I mean, what was all this big red color? I don't like to wear, but back in the days, when I used to cut up my hair, so I used to always go put my hair in crimson red. Red can also be an offensive color. Because you're going to see somebody show up at a funeral in one big red, and it's like, you come for war. But I'm talking about the color red. I'm talking about dreaming about the color red. Most times it's no good. It's that dreaming about the color red often symbolize strong emotions, particularly with passion, anger, or urgency. It's urgent. Back in my country, say, you know what? I can beat you till she turn red. And we said, what? Some people tell us I think she turn black and blue. I can red your face. I can bust up your face. Red eye. They even say if I was jealous that them is some real red eye people. So that is the color red. That is how powerful and vital it is. And it's not my favorite color. You won't catch, like I said, I got like 2 red dresses. And I wore one yesterday. And if you're on my Facebook, if you're watching me live on Facebook, I also have a YouTube channel. So those on YouTube, I would like to get to know more about me. ASM, which is my name, it means Avenel Social Media. And you want to get to know more about me. Go to my Facebook, and my name is AVONELLJONES, and I have on the color red. On my profile pic and my cover pic, I have on red. The same pic in different positions. So that way you're going to focus and you're going to see who Avenel really is. Okay, so those are on my Facebook. And red is also it's similar with positivity. But when you're dreaming red, it can also signify strong romantic feelings or a passionate desire for something. I think that's why we just came out of Valentine. 72 hours ago was Valentine's Day. And it's mostly red. Red petals, red flowers. If a guy is attracted to a girl and he wants to impress her, the first he's going to be, I'm going to buy you some red flower. Red roses, it signifies love. The pink one too, but red always go with love. What you send to your love, you're going to send the color red. Seeing red could also represent suppressive anger or feeling so provoked. Red could be a warning sign about potential threat or a risky situation. Like in my first video, I was talking about at one time I was going through a situation where at that time I would call it a domino effect. And the situation I would call it a stupid situation. I shouldn't have been facing that situation. I was through the pandemic. And every time I would dream, I would see red blood. I mean, sometimes it would be really thick. Some people see like red meat in the thing, and some of that's like sicknesses and diseases. So red is really, it's a positive and it's a negative notation in your dreams. And in real life too. Red can also symbolize vitality, excitement, and an urge of energy. Dreaming red could mean that, you know what? You're going to have sex. And red, the color red has so many symbols and associations, including passion, love, anger, and power. It can also be associated with good fortune, celebration, and vitality. Me, I'm talking about me. I am not such a passionate person about the color red. I don't have many red dresses. I have this one. I'm talking about, well, these little house clothes. I'm just looking for my thing. Yeah. So red, the color red, you won't find me wearing it so often. You won't find me wearing so. It's not a color that I'm really into. It's not. But I know it's. Everybody has a favorite color, and it could be a lot of people. But most men is what would love red. You don't see women loving red as much. There is women that love red. A woman told me one time she loves red. But most men, you see them wearing red or blue. That's their color. Orange and green. Those are colors men would wear. The negative association about the color red is that it's associated with anger and war. Like I told in my previous message, when I was younger and I was in high school, I used to love wearing lipstick. And there was a lipstick called a mood lipstick. It used to come in all different colors, but when you put it on, it comes out red and add like a sheen to it. Like you know? Like a sheen to it, like something like this, but add a sheen to it. So it was really good to wear with the red lips won't get so cracked up or whatever. Plus you got a red lipstick. You could even buy one and it looks like this color, but it's a mood lipstick. I used to mostly like to buy the green one, because to me the greens to come on. And you put on this mood lipstick, it can tell when you're really horny. When your mood is not. So what I put on and it just come out pale, like how my lip look pale like this. And just you see the sheen. So my mood wasn't really so up. Then next I put on, and if you know that, but like, she feeling horny. But I remember for specifically I was a girl that I used to go to school, high school with. And she used to wear mood lipstick too. And once she was about to fight a girl. And this mood lipstick turned black. Because she was angry. And it was time to war and let that frustration out at that present time. And with mood lipstick, you can't wipe it off so easily. I tell you, wipe it off and maybe the shield come, but the red was still being there. And it was cheap, like it was 99 cents for it. It was very, very, very cheap. So that is how powerful the red is. So I already done breaking down. I got 162 for the color red. Next week, when I come on, I am going to give my favorite color. I'm going to give the outlook of that because that's power. I'm not going to give it out. Actually, I'm going to wear the outfit. So whatever color I put on and I take my picks next week, that is my favorite color. If I've mentioned previously, and you guys are, you love ASM, but my eyes look so beautiful. I don't think the way you always said how you can see inside of a person's body through the eyes. The eyes is the lamp to the soul. Yes. A Christian person tell you that a pastor can look into your eyes and they can tell what's really going on. One time I went through a deliverance and all the man of God told me like, looked into my eyes. And he was able to see exactly into my future by looking into my eyes. So I'm looking at it right now and my eyes look so precious. And even on my Facebook pic, and I took a picture and I did not even know I was going to use it for Facebook. I was just taking a selfie because no one was home at the time. And I said to myself, hey, let me just take a selfie picture. Because nobody's here to take my pic. And I just lay back in my couch and I just click. Even with the blue, my house is blue and red. And I'm looking at the color red and my curtains and, oh God, the glory behold. The glory behold. So that is it for the color red. The red, the vitality inside of it. You're dreaming it could not be good. I remember one time I had a dream. I was young. I was in my 20s. I already had my children. And I dreamt I'm running to my bathroom. I pulled down my underwear. My period was there. That's in the dream. I didn't actually get my period. Acting a dream. And then I went somewhere within that same day. And I was totally embarrassed. So I'm surprised I didn't get a taste of. It's also, so you see red. You might not see red blood. You might see a red tomato. Most times it's associated with embarrassment and shame. And I can testify of that. I don't think I mentioned this in my first video. I feel so good coming before you. My heart now feels pleased. The Lord is now being pleased. And I said the color red. And that is why I believe God made blood to be the color red. Even in the Bible, the color red, in 136 there, that divided the Red Sea. So it has to be something, and it doesn't mean literally red. It's probably the minerals from Egypt, from Israel, and all of that thing, and the sunset. Everything looks reddish thing. Like I said, red is a powerful color. It also can signify negativity and positivity. Like I said, you won't go to somebody's funeral and they have on red. I've never even seen somebody buried in red. If they probably just like it was a male, probably just the tie probably have over that, but I've never seen somebody being buried in red. I've seen people buried in nice like a midnight blue like this. Yes, I've seen people buried. I see a celebrity buried in a nice blue. You would see my pastor was buried like a cream. You see people buried like in brown. That same cream ivory we call in England, we call it cream. In America we call it ivory, gold, and those kinds of people being buried in. You don't even see it a lot at funeral at weddings. But in my first thing I did mention, I know this girl since she was young, and her bridesmaids was in red, and she was in white with red flowers. And usually at a wedding, you would see flowers being white. Like one time somebody was getting married in 2022, and I sent the person white roses. And then when I went to the wedding, the person can tell me, I love the red rose. I said, red? I said, no, that is not supposed to be red. It's supposed to be white. You don't give a bride red roses. Red roses is for love, lust, excitement. When a man is want to pursue a girl, he will send her red roses. But when somebody's getting married and you want to present them, it's white. And white rose also signify the highest honor. So they always say, if a man want to give his wife roses, white will be the preference. It is not about like lust now. Like I said, it's even associated with the word lust. Red in the India provide purity. And like I said, when a woman is on her menstrual period, back home we say she's on her health. So that means she's healthy. as long as the woman is not pregnant and she didn't meet what you call it, when you getting old, like in my stage right now, menopause, premenopause, you're supposed to get your period every month. When that period stop, oh good God. Some people get sleepless nights. Okay, like, oh God, like I gone. Especially when you're young, your teeth in a little bit. And you're married, you're, Let me see if it's all girl. When I see a little red flag there, I be the happiest somebody. When I was younger, I used to glad to see the thing when the month come. I just want to see the little red there. But a lot of times, you can see the red and still be pregnant. Because with my first child, I had to see the little red and I had done a month pregnant. And still see the little red there. But at least when you see the red, you don't know, you feel good. So, that is why I feel God make blood the color red. The message there is about the color red. We're not talking about blood here. Blood does come because it is the color red. And what is rated, that's why you signify red as the color with love. You know, Valentine we use red and white. White comes like a little purity. White is a good color too. But I remember even in that time that I was going through my problem and I kept dreaming the blood and the color red, I dreamt white too. What do I dream? Everything I open is white, 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 white. And white in life is purity. Like I was told when I was coming up, when you go on the first date, your wedding night, you wear white underwear. Because white shows purity, shows the cleanliness in the person, or the person upkeeps themselves. But it was a brand new panty. I know how you I think. But red, like we used to got a thing is called, but no, it just come to me like we used to say a thing back home again. White, you married last night. Red, you pee your bed. Pink, you stink. So those are the colors. Adrienne, you remember them colors? I'm gonna try to Google it and get the names. Cause I can't remember all of them. All I can remember is white you married last night, red you pee your bed, pink you stink. So I tell you that's up on the step, and them boys looking on the coast and say, pink the stink, white the married last night, red you should pee your bed. And I was a pissy messiah. It's coming to America. I used to pee bed. I used to pee some body. I used to get licks. I used to call a pissy messiah. So I nobody read is a pee bed. Even growing up like a little baby. I'm gonna put on the big red web. And back home with the baby. Laughing out loud. Must try to remember them and text them. I can call you back when I'm done. I can Google, I gotta get them I gotta get them colors. And I can bring them on my next show. Like red. Back home is to put a mole on the little children. They set out a thing of bad eye and red eye people, them bad eye people. Wash up thing. So and then all put on a little red ribbon bow. Yeah, the red is cut the bad eye. Ooh. So red, it got power inside of it. It's good. I just said that. Knock down red eye people. We should just about. I think they got an actual set of some girl just a red eye. And then they had I think they call red eye too. In America it's called a pink eye. And back home, it used to be a red eye. I used to get like a sickness, like a cold. And I used to be like red like blood. So red used to be good and used to be bad. It was everything looks so ready. And red could even signify like as something good. I tell you, she look real red there. Red skin girls used to be the one that was, I don't know if I said this in my first video or when I first began. The red skin girls is one used to get all the boyfriends because red, your hair long. When you see a dark skin girl get attention, such a dark, she's a sweet darkie. They got some pretty dark skin people. As for them dark, Dougala. Yes, they will get an attention. But that little red skin girl. Yeah, the thing that got you in the a red skin girl, brown skin girl is a trouble to a man. It's a red skin people. Them. So, red had an attention from long. But me and all ladders, a lot of people along with me never really thought of what I thought about today. I'm bringing this word. I'm bringing this little talk, not word. I don't preach. I have a talk show. So I talk, I talk consciousness, righteousness. And I talk about the word of God. And I talk about the crimson blood of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Yeah, see, I get my arm thing. Look, even when I do up my message here, you see what it says? The color red. Next week, I do my favorite color if I'm being led. So this is it all about the color red. And I got my color red today, and I did not want to wear red. Is an elder woman, a bigger woman than me. We're talking a lot, and I said, girl, I'm talking about the color red. But it's not red I'm wearing. Because I don't got no red t-shirt. I said, like, I said, they want to come in front of the camera, my shoulders out and my skin out like this. I said, every man have the man. You don't got to wear the color, you don't got to wear red, look the talk, look, play the game. Wear your red. So I wear my red. So, this is it all now from ASM. My second time on. Whoever see the catch the first one, it's deleted. I don't know if they deleted it already, but it shows deleted. I feel so much. I feel so better. I feel good. Thank you, my audience. Just tune every Monday at 4 p.m. Today it went to 5 p.m. This is my second time on the same word. But I believe it comes with a little bit more intensity and a little bit more understanding. I miss my firstborn. She's sleeping today. She's day off. Usually she would have come on here, sir, and she would have talked with her mother, and we would do the show. So see you guys next week or later down this week. I love you with the love of the Lord.